Didn't want to do it right away. Wanted to really sit on this, think about this loss that is unfortunate. The Broncos have been carrying this pod for the last couple of months. Evidently, I'm a Bucks fan, so my team hasn't been doing well this season. But we are here to talk about this game. I got my own thoughts on it. I know there's been a lot of Pats fans out there in the comment section and in the Instagram, celebrating, congratulations, you guys won the game, but you still didn't sell me. You still did not make me feel like you guys are going anywhere. But anywho, my thoughts on the game. I don't know if you want to go first or if you want me to give you my thoughts first.
Whatever you want to do. You're the one running this.
Yeah. So, I saw this game in the beginning. Team came out with a lot of energy. They looked good on offense. They didn't look great. They looked good enough to make some plays. And they had a chance to really take the lead and take command. And initially, when it first happened, we were both discussing this at the game. And, you know, I think you said they should just take the points. I said, you know what, just go for the kill shot. The offense was moving the ball at a very good level. And then from there, the offense just was not able to do anything after that. The defense played great the entire game. They showed up. They did what they had to do. Now, when the weather became a factor, it wasn't as dominant. I would say. I mean, they were still stopping them, but they didn't have any dynamic plays that changed the game. And essentially, the Patriots had that last interception at the end of the game, and that is what essentially sealed the game. But the way I see this game came down to two plays. It's the decision to go for it on fourth and whatever it was on near the red zone, and then the block field goal, right? Because even with that score, even if you don't get the first field goal, you get the second one, you're tied. And now the momentum, is back on the Broncos side. Those two plays essentially, cost you the game. And they were in there the whole time. They were in it. They played till the end. We expected the defense to play that good. The offense, we thought we're at least going to manage the game, but I don't know. It feels like Stiddy was just towards the end. Pressure got to him. He wasn't able to deliver the football where it was. Bad passes, drop passes, no run game. Uh, that's what I saw. What about you?
I saw a game that we could have won, and Sean Payton lost it. Plain and simple. I mean, you can sit back and tell me, Stiddy didn't do this, Stiddy didn't do that. Stiddy should have won the game. We should have kicked the field goal. We weren't 4th and 1 in the red zone. We still had to drive the field down if we wanted to score. He makes it seem like it was going to be a guaranteed 14 points. We weren't like in the Ram situation. It was I believe like the 20-yard line, or So we should have gone for the field goal first and foremost. And then on top of that, if you're gonna go for it, you don't put it on your backup's hand. Run a wildcat. Put Crumb in there at fullback. Run some power, dude. We've seen the tush push work time and time again, and we're running play action with a backup quarterback. Now, Sean Payton was trying to flex his muscles on the wrong time, and he messed up. This is on Sean because the defense held Drake May to 10 points. He didn't even throw for more than 100 yards. So you couldn't ask more from the defense. And yeah, you could ask, like, you could say they could have made that field goal. They also could have made the one when it wasn't a snowstorm. You're asking Lutz to make a field goal when it's a fucking blizzard out there. So to me, as a fan and as a coach, this is on Sean Payton. Bad play calling on 4th and 1, bad call to even go for it. Even worse to put it on Stiddy's hands. You know? So if I'm in that situation, I'm kicking the field goal, take the points. It's going to be a defensive game. You trust the defense. This is one of the best defense we've had historically. And you saw in the game, they weren't moving the ball. The only time they scored was, Stiddy had fumbled. That he should have taken a sack or throw it away. Don't pump fake it twice. But again, we're asking and expecting this from a backup quarterback. I said it all season long. We don't have a lot of weapons. You know, we don't. And when we lost J.K. Dobbins, I texted you like, I just don't have that much hope now. When we've beaten the Patriots in the past, yes, we've always had great defenses, but we've had a strong run game to complement that defense. C.J. Anderson, Noshawn Marino, to name a few. So, yeah, Stiddy fucked up, but Stiddy's also a backup who hasn't played in over 3 years. So, to me, it sucks that we lost that game, considering that I feel like we were the better team. Anytime you hold a team, especially a player who's an MVP candidate, to only 83 yards and 10 points, we have Bo Nix. We demolishing this team easy, easy. So both championship games, I say the better team lost, whether it was the Rams and the Muff fumble, or us just not having Bo Nix or J.K. Dobbins. So those are my thoughts on that. You can sit there and tell me about Stiddy, but it was all Sean. It was all Sean.
Very good point. And playing Sean Payton, all those years when I've seen him play against the Bucks, I could definitely agree that he can get very cocky. He can be make decisions to flex his muscles, right? And looking back at it now, and what you just said is absolutely true. There was no reason for him to put that on the quarterback's hands. There was no reason. I mean, maybe he had too much confidence on him. Like I said, I think he just felt himself. I think he felt that we're moving the ball on his team. We're confident. And they were. I mean, let's be honest about it. They were moving the football.
No, for sure. We hit Mills on the nice 50-yard pass, and like I talked about,
Yeah,
I felt strong about a certain drive because they were going to have some scripted plays for Stiddy. They were going to make it easy for him. But I mean, you had to factor in the snowstorm, the lack of preparation, and also the one thing that showed its ugly face again, that time and time throughout the season, were the freaking drops.
oh my
Cortland
God.
Sutton, this guy's not hitting you that many times, and you're a Pro Bowl wide receiver. You got to catch that third down. Same thing with little Jordan Humphreys. He dropped that touchdown against the Bills, and he dropped that crucial catch on third down. He's over here trying to body catch it, just arm catch it, dude. Like, what are you doing? So those are the things that I was just upset about. I mean, the running game, you kept saying, like, where's the running game? I'm like, what running game? With what running back? J.K. Dobbins was out. R.J. Harvey's a good he's good at catching the ball. Not so much in between the tackles. I mean, he did have a couple great runs here and there. He made some guys miss, but again, he's a rookie. We're asking a lot from these guys that I was expecting more from Sutton, and I was expecting a lot more from Evan Ingram, to be quite honest. That guy was a no-show throughout the whole year, and I was expecting him to show up at least now. And then, like, not activating JK. This guy's on a 1-year deal. He practiced 3 days. Limited. Put him on a limited snap count. We could have used him on that freaking 4th and 1. You think he wouldn't have gone in there for one play? That's another decision where I don't know who made that call. I don't know if it was Sean or if it was like GM or how that works, but that's another thing there. Especially if we don't sign him back, it's like, all right, you're saving him for what?
For what?
He's on a 1-year deal.
Maybe it was the decision he made himself. I don't know. I mean,
I doubt it. This guy is tough. He's come back from torn ACL after torn ACL. I'm pretty sure if he had the opportunity to play, he would have taken it, even if it would have been a limited snap count. Like give him in there, like give him 10 reps.
True, and you kept saying during the game, when I was like, man, his offense has got to have to show some life, and you're like, I understand that, but the defense needed to make a big play. You were looking for that explosive play, a turnover, a sack fumble, interception, and they didn't get it done, especially as the weather got worse. I think the Patriots knew that all they had to do was play keep away, right? The entire game and just kind of like be conservative and don't make any mistakes. And then they were going to win the football game because at that point, Stiddy and the offense just was not moving the football.
No, I mean, you got to factor in the weather too, man. I mean, you could talk about Stiddy's performance, but Drake May wasn't performing all that well. It was going to be a run heavy type of game, and we just didn't have the power backs to do that in that kind of weather. So that was gonna be a big ask to have Stiddy do that, especially on his first start in the AFC Championship game.
Really
So
tough task for sure.
I wasn't expecting Stiddy to. I mean, don't get me wrong. All week I was like, "Ain't no party like a Stiddy party," because I was trying to hype myself up and be excited for this guy. I mean, we're in the AFC Championship. What else am I gonna do? Like we might as well just try to win this with whatever we can. And like to your point, I kept looking for that play, for that Von Miller like performance from Nick Bonito, or from that Champ Bailey like performance from PS2, where they just go in there and just take over, interception all the way to the house, or strip sack fumble. That's the kind of play that I was looking for from the defense. Don't get me wrong; they had a great performance, holding the team under 10 points, but they were always being compared to the no-fly zone. No-fly zone did stuff like that. They took Not only did they take the ball away, but they scored points.
Yep.
And we were going to be that kind of defense. That's the kind of thing that we did against the Bills, where we had 5 turnovers, and we just didn't create those turnovers this time against the Patriots. And like you said, Mike Vrabel knew that, and he just played keep away, just ran the ball and just waited the time.
Yeah, and it was frustrating to see some of those third downs too on the defensive side where, they would stop them to like 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, and then you would see Drake May just run up the middle, right? I didn't understand even the touchdown. Like, I know this guy likes to blitz a lot, and for whatever reason, on those certain longs, he wasn't doing it. I mean, is that something that he does a lot? Like, I didn't understand that for the life of me. Why was he letting this guy drop back and just run?
Well, that's the thing about our defense, and like I said before, we struggle against scrambling quarterbacks. Whether it was Marcus Mariota, Josh. If the have that,
Yeah, and then Ingram was not a factor on offense either. I mean, you talked about how like that was probably the biggest disappointment on the offense. The pickup, at least, he just didn't do anything.
well, because he was a supposed big free agent signing, and on top of that, like who else can you name on that team that is like a star or was like anything good? Like we didn't have Troy Franklin.
Is it me or is he frozen? Oh man! All right, he's back. He's back. He froze up a little bit.
Very good. But in like about 10 minutes, we're gonna get. I'm gonna see if I can get Adam on, so you can get some thoughts from a Denver native himself. So if anything, I'll
Sure.
hop off, and then I'll hop on the comment section and answer. Hit up on some of these people that were. I think somebody
You might
was
be able to,
saying something.
be the moderator in the comment section. I do want to hear your thoughts about the Patriots because obviously we said a lot of things on this channel and we got a lot of hate for it because obviously we made some predictions and somebody in particular was saying that I'm an idiot for making these predictions, right? Um, and I did let him know. I was like, look, like you're welcome to hop on, you're welcome to talk and stuff like that. But I will I will stand on what I said. I don't believe the Patriots are a good football team. I believe that they had an easiest schedule. Yes, they're in the Super Bowl, and people are going to hate on that or hate on me maybe for saying that. But this has to be the easiest road to the Super Bowl ever in any of the teams that I've ever seen. You played an injured Chargers team with no offensive line. You played the worst, probably the worst O line and the worst offense in football in the Texans, and then you played a backup quarterback. With the elements, right? And now this is gonna be the real test for the Seahawks. I just do not see this team based on what I've seen, right? You scored 10 points last week, and then against the Texans, they got some points on defense, right? But even against the Chargers, like May has not looked like an MVP candidate, all playoffs. He's just looked like a regular dude. Like he hasn't impressed me at all to be like, oh my god, this guy is the next coming of Tom Brady, as some people are saying, right?
No,
Somebody said
he's been
he's
getting
not
like way too much
I mean,
love, a lot of glazing.
Tom Brady and
I
Bill
mean,
Belichick.
this dude went 10 of 21 for 86 yards. Yeah, he did like have like 65 yards rushing in that touchdown. But again, like that was a weakness that he exploited. But other than that, like this guy was not impressive at all to me. I mean, if it wasn't for that fumble, he probably doesn't even score that touchdown. I don't think
That's
he
true,
drives down the field.
and that was a
And like I
stupid
said,
call too.
if we had Bo Nix, this is a completely different game. Completely different game because we're going to be the ones exploiting those lanes as well, and we probably easily get that 4th and 1. Just completely different game with Bo Nix, and all I think this game did was solidify, how much he carried the team in all those clutch moments, and that he really is the franchise quarterback, and we got to surround him with more weapons. We got to get another tight end, or another wide receiver. We got to get Mims more involved in the offense because that guy, every time he gets involved, he's a home run. He's a home run.
That's true, and again, you played, you did what you could with what you had. So it's like you weren't shocked with the results, obviously because you don't have your quarterback. But like I said earlier, this team reminds me of the 2005 Broncos, where they had a really good defense too as well, and then just in that game they just didn't show up, at least on offense, right? Of course, for different reasons. Then this time that game, it just Plummer just didn't show up. Period. I mean, he just didn't have a good game. But like I said, Patriots fans who've been on our comment section saying that, I told you so. Uh, all right, I'll give you the win. But again, I'm not impressed with your team. I'm not impressed. You didn't impress me. There's nothing that you did that wowed me. Again, this is not Tom Brady. This is not Bill Belichick. I'm going to stand on that. I guarantee you that when you play the Seahawks, you're going to get checked. It's not going to be the same team. It's going to be your first test. Now, if somehow you happen to beat that team, I'll eat my words. I'll come out here and say, you know what, I was wrong. But right now, I'm going to stand by that. This team is not a good football team. They should not be in the Super Bowl. I don't believe that the best team is in the Super Bowl in the AFC. I honestly think it should have been you, and not just because you're a Broncos fan, but because again, a situation that happened, right? I mean, you lose your quarterback. What else can you do?
I mean, you can still argue. We go for that field goal. We might be in that. We might be back in that situation. Even with the bad quarterback. But it is what it is. Season's over. It's time to move on. I hope he signed J.K. Dobbins back because if not, why the hell did we not play him? And let's figure out this wide receiver situation because I'm tired of the freaking drops, dude. Too many drops. We let the whole lead in drops, and it came back and bit us in the butt. So it is what it is. But those are my thoughts on that as far as the game goes.
For sure. I'm looking forward to the offseason. Any moves, in particular, any names out there that you really want to look into coming to your team?
I mean, the guy I've been talking to about a lot. I mean, that I've been mentioning to you mainly has been Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Maybe a Brees Hall. And that's going to require a pretty big contract. I was talking to one of my buddies of mine. And he mentioned that Dallas Goddard, make a move for him because he might not be an Eagle anymore. So I mean, those are the moves that right now I'd be looking at. But as far as the draft goes, I mean, we're picking 30th. So I mean, I haven't really looked at what's available, but I really would want to address the wide receiver position.
Yeah, I mean,
Cortland Sutton, I love me some Cortland Sutton. He's been a ride or die for a long time, and he's probably going to go down as one of the top 5 wide receivers in Broncos history. But he's getting up there, and we got to get someone else to take over that number one wide receiver position, or if not, give it to Mims because he's showing flashes of like a young Tyreek Hill who doesn't hit people. You know what I mean?
that is true. Yeah, I mean, if there is any Pats fans in the chat, if you want to hop on and convince me that this team is going to win the Super Bowl, let me know. Convince me. Let me know that maybe there's something that I'm not seeing, right? But as of right now, I'm not seeing anything that convinces me that this team is going to win the Super Bowl. Or if there's any other Broncos fans in the chat that do want to hop on and just discuss your thoughts, maybe something we didn't cover, right? If
Well,
not, and, we're probably gonna end it. If
I'm
is
gonna
there
hop
anything
off
else
real
you guys
quick.
gonna hop
I'm
on?
gonna see if Adam's gonna hop on because he told me he was gonna call you. And
Yeah.
I know you can only have one person, so I already sent that for the
Then let
links.
him know if he's ready to come on. If not, then we're just gonna end it,
All
right?
right.
'Cause, I think we've covered pretty much all we were gonna cover. We were gonna do it initially again, moment of, but I think it was better just to really consume the loss and really talk about what we thought. And I'm glad I was able to see it with you. See it together, see it. Even though you guys lost, it was a good experience.
It was pretty cool seeing it at the Coliseum. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out again one of these days.
Yep. And again, we're
But
both based in LA, so we're not.
that's when I'm a real Broncos fan because I've had a lot of influence to go elsewhere.
What's up?
I said that's when I'm a real Broncos fan because I've had a lot of influence to go to other teams.
That is true. That is very, very true. And on
But
a side note today, it's not related to your team. It's actually related to my team. I went to go get some food today, and then
oh,
these two older ladies. Is on what?
I think he's gonna hop on. Hold on, I'm gonna hop off real quick.
All right, sure. Then as you do that, I'll tell my story. Go ahead. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on. Shifty. Yeah. So as I was saying, again, I'm based in LA, and obviously I have my Bucks gear out, and these two older ladies uh, just came up to me and said, "Oh, you're a Bucks fan too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And showed me a picture of their kid or something with Bucks gear. It's always cool to see Bucks fans in LA because you don't really see that out here, right? But yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I mean, if anybody else is, we're supposed to get a coach Zaragoza who is based in Denver. He is a Broncos fan as well. I do want to get his take. However, if he doesn't hop on in the next couple of minutes, I am gonna log out. Just wanted to do a quick take. Give me 1 second. I want to send him the link to the to the. Uh, he's about to sit down. He's gonna come on. The link should be. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. He wants the link to the. All right, let me add him on. Let me add him on. Mr. Coach Gosa is coming on. What's up, Coach?
What's up, man?
Man, I know you're not happy about the outcome. Obviously, it was a rough game. We
Yes,
just
sir.
covered we just covered what we thought was the reason why they lost, and to me, it was a big risk in that first or second quarter, and then um, what do you call it? The block kick.
Yep.
Essentially, those two plays were the ones that caused it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, just watching the game and looking back at everything, to be honest, like as a Bronco fan, um, obviously, like I got to give mad respect to Bo Nix.
Yeah,
The biggest thing is that, like, hey, you go to the AFC Championship and obviously you lose a quarterback, right?
yeah,
And with me being a Bronco fan and a lot of us Bronco fans, is we had a lot of faith in our defense, but we obviously thought that Bo Nix, I mean Stidham, could be an answer. Like could be beneficial because all year, we're talking about Bo Nix's and Bo Nix and his gameplay, right?
yeah,
And so the biggest thing that I take from this loss is that, like, hey, you know what? Obviously, Bo Nix was a baller, and he was legit the guy to clutch up in those fourth quarters and get those wins for us. And I think Broncos country, which I also respect and I like, we just had a lot of love for Stidham because we believed in him,
hmm
and us believing in Stidham so early kind of like like put Bo Nix in a way in a bad spot as far as not a bad spot, but it was like, oh shit, well, Stidham, obviously he's good. We've been talking about, I mean, Broncos country, we've been kind of talking about him a lot. When Bo Nix had his bad game, there was that hashtag, sit him for Stidham.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now as a Bronco fan, like I truly appreciate what Bo Nix did for us this year. And honestly, I understand that like, hey, um, Stidham wasn't it. And um, yes, we could talk about the call with Sean Payton, not going for the field goal. Not going for the field goal. But we didn't look good in the third and fourth quarter when that snow was coming down.
Nope.
And it's because it truly is because it is your backup quarterback. And the way that Broncos country, had Stidham's back, I love that. There's a lot of hope. There's been a lot of hope for us as Bronco fans. And it was that is what is the reason that we totally truly ignored that like Bo Nix is the shit. He is it. He is the it factor. And we have that. And we can hold on to that. We're gonna have that for a long time. And honestly, the- you know, we can say the run game wasn't the best. Obviously our wide receivers, a lot of certain bad routes, drop balls. But truly, no lie, like as a Broncos fan, obviously, you know, you're in the AFC Championship with a backup quarterback and great defense. Great defense, and we truly thought that our defense would have our back too, and they did. They did. They played a great game. I mean, 10-7
Mhm.
with a backup. You can't be that mad about that
Yeah.
because we obviously were hot. Who everyone thought the Broncos were going to be is truly who they weren't. We were better than that. And we were underdogs the whole season.
Yeah.
Imagine being the number one seed and you're an underdog, and that's a Rocky Balboa story right there. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's the greatest situation to have. When all the doubters are doubting you, you're still winning. And when you make it to the top of the AFC Championship, at that point, can't really hate no more. We made it when we weren't even supposed to be there.
No, you
How
weren't.
many people said New England was going to get the first seed?
Yep.
So that's how I feel. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm a happy Bronco fan. You know, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to want to sign for the Broncos. And we're young. We're not a broke down veteran team. Like I said in our first time we ever talked this year,
Mhm.
we're a very young team. And once that offense starts to click, even better. But now we're going into the off season I mean, who knows where Vance Joseph goes, right? If Vance Joseph stays, which I truly think he might stay, only because he's not gonna. I mean, there's a lot of coaches out there right now.
Yeah, they're getting signed.
Yeah, and I don't think Vance Joseph is at the very top as a head coach. I truly see him as Miami's coach. He's going to get that offensive coordinator, or he's going to be a defensive coordinator. So, but he's not going to have those opportunities to be a head coach. So he's got to stay in Denver, man. So that's another big thing too. Like Vance Joseph stays. Um, a lot of free agents are going to want to come to Denver, and it's up from here, man. Come on, just think about it. Bo Nix, year one, playoffs. Year two, you went to the AFC Championship, bro. Sadly, you didn't even show up because you broke your ankle. But you led us there, man. I'm a true believer in Bo Nix now. And honestly, I'm just super excited for the future. And it hurts knowing that we lost. But like, come on, we overachieved this year. We're totally overachievers. And that's the best feeling to be as a Bronco fan. Like I've been watching all these TikToks of all these like Raiders with the Mendoza, all these people talking about this whole offseason talk has been freaking hilarious. And it just feels good to know that like sitting here as a finally being in the off season, like I'm happy, I'm excited, you know. honestly, to be in the AFC Championship was a blessing, bro. It's football, right? It's
Yeah.
football. It's a competitive sport. There's dogs here. There's people that these teams, man. There's a lot of great teams. A lot of great teams in the NFL. But for my team to go to the AFC Championship as the number one seed, and what we did last year, like it means it's everything to me, man. It's great. It's a great feeling. It's only up from here.
Yeah, and like you said, they're really young and they're only going to get better, especially on the opposite side of the ball. So it is good to see that. That to me it feels like this is going to be the team of the AFC West for years to come now. Because I mean, the Chiefs are done. We
Chiefs are
all saw
done. They're in
we all
rebuild.
called it before the season was started. We all said it. They're done, and sure enough, they were right. Now, with that being said, Patriots are in the Super Bowl, and we got a lot of hate from Patriots fans on this page. Comment
Hey,
section saying how we told you so. Broncos suck. You guys took
yo,
hell. So
I'll
what are
tell you
your
right
thoughts
now,
on
man.
the
You know
Patriots,
what's
man? What do,
funny?
what do you think about them?
I'll tell you right now. Hey, Patriots are always gonna hate on the Broncos because we broke their hearts 4 years in 4 years in the AFC Championship. We've always beat them. And I'll tell you right now, if you're a Patriot fan and you're on this feed and you're hating, I mean, damn. I mean, at least with our team, we're young. And you're gonna go into this Super Bowl. And honestly, I'll tell you right now, like no lie, I truly think the Seahawks are about to melt them. They are a great freaking team,
Yeah,
man. Like your brother said, the NFC teams are more of a worry. Like those dudes look scary.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I honestly going against it's gonna break my heart saying this, but going against the Seahawks, if we would have won, right? We go against the Seahawks. I was confident against the Bills. Definitely was confident against the Patriots. I don't know how confident I would have been against the Seahawks.
they're a complete team.
They're a complete team, man. Like they're ready, man. And they play like I talk about the AFC West, but think about the NFC West. Woo!
Browns
Look at the 49ers, man. Their whole team was hurt and they were in the playoffs.
playoffs. Yep.
Yep. Rams and Seahawks. Three teams in the NFC West that were in the playoffs. So like I have mad respect for the Rams. Like honestly, like I was going for the Rams, obviously, like I just love that team. I love their energy. They're young and they're the best. Like honestly, I wish I had their draft team. The way they got Puka Nakua Williams in the fourth, fifth round is insane to me. Remember when the Rams made those trades to get those Stafford and all that, they traded away a lot of first round picks.
Sure. Yep.
And look where they're at now, right? And so to me, like your brother said, the NFC is scary, man. And you know it because your team's in the NFC. You know it. You know what I'm saying?
We were in the worst division in the AFC, but you know,
It's scary, bro. It's a dog. And you know what? That's what we deal with as Bronco fans. We are in the one of the hardest divisions. Like it's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? It's been the Chiefs.
yeah,
And Chargers, they always get those 12-4 records. That is scary to me, but they don't do anything with it. And then the Raiders, like I said before, no matter what you have, the Raiders are always going to play your team the hardest, and they might get that win. Sadly, they don't win a lot of games because of the Raiders, but the big games, sometimes they just show up to them, man. And so, yeah, man, like I say right now, like I'll tell you right now, as a Bronco fan, I'm happy that I know I have a future. We're young. My heart is definitely broken. Like it's totally broken, man. It sucks, man, especially losing to the Patriots.
mhm,
But to have that confidence, knowing that we're gonna have a lot of free agents coming next year, and also knowing that Seattle's gonna win in 2 weeks, man. Whoever they would have played, man, I would have felt. Obviously, I could say whatever I want about my Broncos because those are my Broncos, but Seattle's a scary team, man. And I don't see I don't if we lost 10-7 with the backup, there's no way Drake May is gonna get destroyed by that defense.
he's not going to be able to keep up with that offense.
There's no way. There's no way. Because remember this, what did they say on ESPN? 31 other quarterbacks would have beat the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I mean we beat them. I mean no, we didn't beat the Patriots. but we played him pretty well. I mean, towards
Yeah,
the
totally. And remember, Stidham was 32. If he would have been one of those 31s, he wouldn't have won that game. But Stidham is that backup, and that throw was a heartbreak, man. That was literally a backup throw.
that was a horrible pass. And as soon as it went up in the air, that's a pick.
No,
Just
his
like,
feet weren't even set, man. And you're throwing to Mims. Mims has so much speed. There's no way he can come back on the ball, man. He has no chance.
dude,
In the snow. So
shot.
yeah, I mean, so biggest thing, like I said, man, it sucks that Bo Nix broke his ankle, man. And that's huge. You're losing your starting quarterback, but the amount of faith we had in Stidham was pretty dope to see as a Colorado fan. And I had the faith too, man. I totally did. I changed my Instagram picture to Stidham,
Yeah, seen
you
that.
know, because totally, man, we were talking about Stidham, man.
Yep.
When Bo Nix was having those bad games, the way that Stidham looked in the preseason, there was always that question mark as a Bronco fan. Like, dang, let's see what Stidham has. And
Mhm.
so after this game, man, you could totally see that Bo Nix, the it factor. He's a he's it, man. I'm totally excited, man. I mean, hopefully he recovers because Bo Nix always had ankle injuries through college.
Mm.
And obviously, remember he was hurt in the playoffs against the Bills the first time we played him.
Yeah.
Remember he had his ankle injuries, so that's kind of some things we got to think about. But no lie, man, that dude has it, man. That just to think to reflect on this season and what Bo Nix truly did now is truly it's insane, bro. The, that defense is great, but sometimes your offense has to show up, and he did it, man. It was like a Tebow year. It was like
Yeah.
having Tebow again, man.
That's what it
You
felt like.
know, and that's truly what it felt like. Come on, man. Can you imagine the anxiety of a Bronco fan when you got to watch all
I
the
was
way to the
rooting for you
fourth
guys.
quarter?
That wasn't even my team.
It's insane, bro. It's scary, bro. It literally it's. There's a reason why Denver has the most DUIs when fucking Broncos are playing and they're
Oh,
winning.
shoot.
Yeah, look that shit up, man. There's a
Wow.
reason, man. Because I'm telling you, like I told you guys, when the Nuggets and Avs are winning, it's great. But if the Nuggets or if the Broncos ain't doing good, it's still fun. But when the Broncos are winning and the Nuggets are winning, the Avs are winning, it's a whole nother vibe in Colorado, man. It
Wow.
just it's electrifying, man, and it's the best feeling. So Broncos fans, we're upset, but just best believe we're truly excited for this offseason. This is going to be one of our best off seasons. I'll say that right now. Honestly, we can draft as Broncos. We can draft for the best available. We don't got to worry about position wise. We're gonna take care of that in free agency, and then when it comes to the draft, we're gonna draft best available easily. Why not? We've done it before, and that's what we got to do. The only time we didn't do it is when we freaking got Bradley Chubb, and we should
Oh,
have went Josh Allen.
oh man. All right. I am gonna end the live stream pretty soon. Any
Yes,
last
sir.
words? Anything you wanted to add before we end it?
Honestly, I appreciate you guys for having me on, and remember, let's just keep doing this, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be that are said that, especially with your brother, it's like we know we have this, and we knew we had it, and it's a tough league, man. It's the NFL, and for your team to go to the playoffs with a rookie, and then the AFC Championship, like, why hate on us? You know, we're a great team, and we're very young. And so all I could say is like I said, it's gonna be a great offseason. I'm saying that right now. Clip this. It's gonna be a great offseason for the Broncos. And we're gonna get some honestly, I'm thinking we're gonna get a running back. As much as RJ Harvey did this year, he might be a backup next year to a vet, to
Yeah.
to someone that is can establish the run game.
Well, we,
And
we are letting go of Rashad White. He's a free agent, and he made it clear he's not going to come back. I was telling that to my brother. I said that guy he can run. We just have Bucky Irving. I mean, we have a running back problem. We have too many of them. So he can catch out of the backfield. He's a pretty big guy. And for whatever reason, I don't know if you ever noticed this. There was always like Broncos players going to Bucks to the
Yeah, yeah,
Bucks
yeah.
back and forth, right? For whatever reason, John Lynch,
John Lynch for sure was a fucking one of the best.
Jay Ward,
Yep, Ward.
yeah,
So yeah, hey, I'm telling you, man, that'd be awesome, man. Honestly, like if Cowboys don't sign Pickens, man, he might be in Denver next year, and that will be a huge pickup.
there you go.
So, hey, man, like I said, I appreciate you, man. Thank you again. Hey, go Broncos. It sucks to lose, but you lost in the AFC Championship when you weren't even supposed to be there, and we were there. And honestly, come on, 10-7. If you're a Patriots fan, I feel bad for you, bro. Honestly, it's
You're
gonna
not
be a
winning.
rough week in 2 weeks. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I truly believe the Seahawks, the NFC, man, y'all are built different because y'all been battling so much, man. There's a lot of people that want to play for NFC teams. And the AFC is a little different.
Yeah.
We draft our players, you know. Remember, Baker Mayfield was drafted by what? AFC Cleveland Browns
Mhm.
and went to the freaking Tampa Bay in the NFC. So it's something different out there in the NFC, man. Like same with the Rams, Seahawks, man. Y'all just different. Like Sam Darnold and the Rams. Who would have thought?
Right?
Who would have thought after what he did with the Vikings and the second part of at the end of the year?
Yeah,
Everyone's like Sam Darnold's still Sam Darnold, and look what he's doing with the freaking Seahawks, man. It's fun to watch, honestly.
it
It's
is.
fun to watch.
Saw a meme of Geno Smith. He's like, he leaves the Seahawks, and that team goes to the Super Bowl, and then the team that he goes to is the worst team in the league. So
Hell yeah, brother.
you know, yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy, bro.
thank you. I think somebody else wants to hop on. I might have a Patriots fan come on here, so if he doesn't hop on, then I'll end it. But again, thank you very much for coming on, Zaragoza.
Hell yeah, brother.
But thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, brother.
Have a good night.
Go Broncos. My high salute.
See you. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and remove from on here. All right. If we do have somebody else that's gonna hop on, do it now because otherwise I am gonna log off. We've been on here for now almost an hour. Oh, there we go. Let's see what this. Hello, hello. Hey, I think you and I were talking, right? In the chats. All right. Well, welcome to the channel. You were very, very, how do I say it? Very confident that the Patriots have a better defense than the Broncos, right? Do you still stand by that?
I think I do, but no, I think I the Seahawks on the offense. I think Seahawks is gonna pour it out in the Super Bowl. I think Seahawks are gonna beat the Patriots.
Sorry, but I could barely hear you. Do you have headphones on? That's probably why. You mind taking them off? I can't really hear you on my end. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me better? I think the Seahawks are gonna beat the Patriots.
Hello?
I think they're gonna beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I don't know what it is on my end. I could. Can you guys hear? Because I can't really hear them on my end. Yeah. Maybe if you try coming back. There you go. Man, I don't know what it is. If it's my phone or what it is, but he's gonna be the last one to come on because it is at 44 minutes, and I don't want this thing to. Last time it just turned off on me. I don't want it to do that. But let's see where it's at. If he comes back in, he is a little. Well, he's a little what? Yeah, see, he sounds a little bit low on his end too. It just might be, I don't know what it is, right? I usually don't live stream on the phone, but it's the only way we can go live together with other people. But if he's not able to get back on, I'm just gonna end it. Like I said, but you can go ahead and comment in the video and just drop your comments. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sounds a little low. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it be. I mean, I don't mind having a mom. I just won't be able to respond to him because I can't hear what he's saying, right? But you know, once again, I guess I'll let it go. And again, thanks for hopping on, and all those of you who hopped on. And again, it was cool to do this. If you are again a fan of a specific team that we don't cover, again, we cover my team. We cover the Broncos. Lately, we're going to be covering a lot of Raiders stuff. We do have one of our Cover 5 members who is a Raider. So, Broncos fans, I'm sorry. You might see a lot of Raiders stuff coming out of here. We're not jumping teams. We're not bandwagons again. We do cover 5 teams. We have 5 different people on here who are very passionate about these teams. I know in the beginning it was mainly mine. Broncos took over. The hype is going to be on the Raiders pretty soon because, again, they're going to be drafting Mendoza, like Zaragoza was saying. But, yeah, man, I mean, if there's another team that you want to cover, that you want to talk about, that you think is what do you call it, worth talking about, or willing to discuss it, put it in the comment section, send us a message on the IG. You can find us with the same name. But I now know this is Flo from Cover 5. Until the next one, y'all. Peace out.